If your Panda Express veggies taste a little off, it could be leftover cleaning chemicals. Before you hit order again, pay attention to these insider warnings straight from the people who work there. The cream cheese rangoon tends to divide Panda Express fans. Despite what the name suggests, there's no crab inside, just cream cheese wrapped in a crispy, fried wonton shell. But the name isn't the only thing raising eyebrows. A Reddit user shared a photo of their order, highlighting what appeared to be a dusty coating on the surface. Curious, they got a reply from an employee who explained, "When we put stuff in the fryer, we're supposed to shake the basket over a pan to get rid of crumbs, plus skim the oil. And if you don't do this, it will build up, so it's just breading we put on the meat." Many people agreed, suggesting the oil was likely past its prime and needed changing. Your meal might not be as fresh as you think either. One employee noted, "My store doesn't make them to order, but they are the least popular appetizer, so that's probably why." By far, the standout favorite at Panda Express is the original orange chicken. The chicken is first deep-fried, then coated in a sweet, mildly spicy orange sauce in a hot wok.
Orange chicken is the most iconic dish on Panda Express's American Chinese menu.
But for staff who eat it daily, the sweet dish can start to feel monotonous. One employee shared, "Orange chicken doesn't taste anywhere as magical as when I used to eat it every 2 weeks before working here." Even though it's free for staff, many admit they've grown tired of all the restaurant's offerings. Just the strong scent of vinegar can be enough to turn someone off. Some employees said they enjoyed the orange chicken, until they realized just how much sugar was in the sauce. One worker was so grossed out by the discovery that they quit eating it altogether. Another staff member had a similar reaction, claiming, "It takes 10 quarts of sugar to make one double batch of sauce, not counting all the starch and sodium." Clocking in at 19 grams of sugar per serving, the orange chicken definitely delivers a sugary hit. For context, the American Heart Association suggests keeping daily added sugar to 36 grams for men and 25 grams for women. The string bean chicken breast is one of the menu's more underrated options. This wok-prepared dish combines chicken breast, string beans, and onions in a ginger soy sauce. Many employees admit it doesn't sell well, with lots of batches going untouched. Some restaurants have even swapped it out for another item. According to staff, employees aren't fans of cooking it either, pointing to its finicky ingredients. One worker shared on Reddit, "We all hate the chicken. Gets the oil dirty fast and easy to burn." But that's not the only issue. Another worker noted that the dish doesn't stay fresh for long, which means staff are constantly stuck making new batches. They went on to say, "It's a pretty simple recipe, but it gets really clumpy if you let the sauce set up just a second too long." Chow mein ranks among the top favorite side dishes.
I'm ready to chow down on some chow mein.
That said, plenty of customers have been disappointed by it. Made with stir-fried cabbage, onions, and celery, it can sometimes fall short in one area, the noodles. When a Reddit user shared a photo of a sparse-looking chow mein, a Panda Express employee explained that they likely got the last serving of noodles, leaving mostly vegetables on the plate. What happens is all the veggies go to the bottom of the serving wok. One worker revealed that at their location, the noodles are initially microwaved in plastic bags before being tossed into the wok. However, the noodles often end up microwaved to death, sparking concerns about whether heating plastic that long is safe. They explained, "Even if the plastic bag that the noodles are in is microwave safe, I'm pretty sure some of its chemical components go into the noodles every time it exceeds the 130-minute mark." Panda Express's mushroom chicken features chicken, mushrooms, and zucchini cooked in a ginger soy sauce, but staff say it's a tricky dish to perfect. One employee shared on Reddit, "Most people who cook it at my store make it soupy and it just looks unappetizing. That could be why the dish doesn't fly off the shelves at certain locations." Another employee added, "It was the worst selling item at my store. It would sit for hours at a time. Anything that's been sitting for hours isn't exactly tempting." Some employees also noted that the portions are often on the smaller side. Unlike sweeter dishes, the mushrooms don't cling together when scooped. And because staff are limited to 1 scoop per serving, fans of mushroom chicken might end up feeling a bit shorted. Panda Express's grilled teriyaki chicken is another menu item where quality can fluctuate. While it seems straightforward, slice, grill, and coat in teriyaki sauce, plenty can go wrong. Cooking raw chicken demands careful attention, but it doesn't always get it. On Reddit, employees admitted the chicken often comes out undercooked, with one writing, "Sometimes employees forget to flip it. It has to be flipped 3 times, and will serve a whole batch raw." In a separate post, a customer complained that their chicken had a slimy, rubbery texture. The teriyaki chicken is made with thigh meat, which is higher in fat, and occasionally includes small bones. A Panda Express employee explained, "Many people don't know that once the timer goes off, it's good to let it sit another minute or 2 to let it fully cook." Panda Express's fried rice has all the classic components: rice, egg, peas, carrots, green onions, and soy sauce. But it doesn't always hit the mark. One employee admitted that each cook makes it their own way, which leads to uneven results. They shared, "We have a recipe to follow, but it's not always going to be exact due to people not doing exact measurements or not washing the rice. Not rinsing the rice can cause issues. Skipping this step leaves extra starch behind, which can make the cooked rice sticky or gummy. The kind of rice used also plays a role. While the restaurant's website lists white rice as the main ingredient, employees say that isn't always true. In the past, the recipe has bounced between white and brown rice, with brown being far less popular with both customers and staff. A few employees even suggested skipping the side entirely, with one writing, "You can make a better meal at home." The super greens are promoted as a healthier option, featuring broccoli, cabbage, and kale. While low in calories and high in fiber, the vegetables aren't without issues. Some Reddit users noticed a strange flavor when eating the dish. Several employees said it likely comes from the recipe's salty, garlicky soup base, but others offered a more alarming theory. One even suggested it could be leftover cleaning solution. Could be irresponsible closers letting their chemicals into the water blancher and not cleaning it after. The texture can be just as much of a problem. There's little worse than limp broccoli or soggy cabbage. One employee noted that the vegetables start to soften just minutes after being placed under the heat lamps. Broccoli beef is another popular choice. The straightforward dish features chunks of beef and broccoli stir-fried in a ginger soy sauce. But both diners and staff often gripe about one thing: there's way too much broccoli. On a Reddit post titled, "Broccoli beef but the beef is silent," a customer shared a photo showing a plate overloaded with florets. Panda employees chimed in, saying this happens all the time. One worker explained, "Sad thing is, that is how much beef they want us to give, it's way not enough." One worker admitted that serving extra beef could get them in trouble with their manager and encouraged customers to pick a different dish instead. In a separate thread, other employees shared the same experience, writing, "It's 80% broccoli and 20% beef. If I gave you more beef, the next person would get even less beef because we gave more to you."
Where's the beef?
The black pepper Angus steak might catch your eye, a premium dish featuring steak, broccoli, onions, and bell peppers in a spicy black pepper sauce. But you might think twice before ordering, as employees have shared some concerning details about the meat. According to one worker, the steak actually arrives at the restaurant pre-cooked. This new steak sucks. It's pre-cooked and soaked in plum juice to look raw. Some employees even compared the steak to bits of eraser or dog food. Others complained about its smell, with one jokingly calling it hot dog steak. While hot dogs might be slightly better than dog food, that hardly inspires confidence. The steak also tends to be dry and tough. One worker blamed this on the fact that it's pre-cooked, while others said it makes the meat easy to overcook in the wok. Between the unappealing look, smell, and texture, and the lingering question of when it was actually cooked, employees unanimously advise skipping this dish. Drive-thrus are hard to beat. Being able to order, pay, and pick up your food without leaving your car is a major convenience, especially for busy schedules. While fast food chains like McDonald's and Taco Bell come to mind, many Panda Express locations offer the same perk. But before you hop in your car, it's worth hearing what employees have to say about working the drive-thru. One worker shared on Reddit, "I work at Panda Express. If you've never been there, please go inside to actually see the food. Please don't go through the drive-thru.
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games."
Heading inside lets you see the menu more clearly and prevents holding up the drive-thru line while you decide. More importantly, ordering from the drive-thru makes it hard to judge how fresh your food really is. On slower days, dishes can sit under the heat lamps for a long time, meaning you could open your takeout at home to soggy orange chicken or a broccoli beef plate that's mostly broccoli with hardly any meat. Cleanliness can also be a concern at certain drive-thru locations. One employee wrote, "My store is a common victim of the inspector because of people going from money to food, and it's the biggest pain. Overall, the smartest move is to skip the drive-thru and place your order inside."